Save this for later. Good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone. My name is Mello. This is Arts of the Round Table. Today we're just gonna chill. I'm gonna finish this drawing of Green Lantern and Steel. So that's what we're gonna work on today. Tying up the lines, end the week strong. I was not expecting to, but I ended up streaming all week, Monday through Friday today. And not too shabby, I think. But I know I know that the next couple of weeks, your boy had better go get some editing done for some long form videos, because I have a ton of artwork and videos that I need to share. So we shall see. Hey, Scarlet Fever, how are you? Fancy meeting you here. Hope you're doing well. I'm just messing around here with I've been virtually hanging around a lot with comic creators and content creators such as Tank and Saboteur from Saboteur Comics, and Omer and Robert Norton, and so on, that they have inspired me to work more on my comic book stuff, comic book art, and expand. So I've been doing some fake covers, and this one is one of them for Steel, the Man of Steel, DC's Man of Steel, and John Stewart, Green Lantern. And we booping and bopping, so if you catch me, I'll be in the groove, booping and bopping in the background, in the foreground. Thank you. So I am using some reference just for the suits. Green Lantern's not very hard to, but I wanted to see if I missed anything in the suit. But mainly the guy I'm really looking at on is it this one? Is it this one? Give me 1 second while I try to find my. It looks like everything defaulted. I guess we're not going to show. Well, There you go. Let me fix that. So yes, I'm using this image of steel just so I can get the rendering right. I'm not really going to dig around for too much reference. I just need it for, because it's kind of silly to have a guy be made of steel but give him accurate anatomy. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm just looking at it for the metallic references. We don't need that. Let's just keep going. Um, but I'll probably be looking at it more when I do the inking of this thing. The blue doesn't make sense to me at the moment. This black, black, black tape. I think it's kind of funny though that he went and created a metallic or a belt. Why would you need a belt? And he steel undies with rivets. The chastity belt is kind of funny. I'm just gonna steal some of this rendering here. But today's just gonna be a chill day before the weekend. I figured if I was gonna finish this, might as well finish it on stream. I want to give him pupils. Or at least the whites of his eyes here. Same as Jon Stewart. If I can tighten it up enough today, I'm going to scan it and print it out. And I'm going to ink over the printout. And maybe I can be a bit more looser and spontaneous with the inking. But yeah, hope everyone's having a chill Friday, wherever you are. Not chill as in temperature. I think we all had enough, as you can see. I have to use this dude's hands. Oh, my monitor's clicking on something and it's driving me nuts. Just gonna outline my cape a little bit because I'm losing it in the suit. So I'll know what I'm looking at when I go to ink it. Start separating these lines a bit better. Make sure you guys can see what's happening. He has this gauntlet here that shoots rivets. I'm assuming. I think so. Let's put those here. Anything else on it? Nope.
I've been living with dark spots my entire adult life. Nothing worked for me until I found Eastern Radiant Zone.
I'm curious how I would be give him a metal hand. The reference from Bogdanov just gives him regular hands, and that doesn't. So I'm gonna have to make it up. Just add rivets. I'm not gonna overthink this thing. But yeah, all week I wasn't expecting that. This whole week has been kind of like spontaneous streaming, and it's been good actually. I would hate to be up here and not have any idea, any ideas. But the idea factory has been working, so I'll take it. Belt. Let's see how he did his legs. Just shiny, I guess. That is the fuel line to his rocket boots. this before I knock it over. Hey, Mara Schultz. How are you? It's a bit earlier today, right? Now it's 4:30 your time. Am I close? Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh, it's okay. Mara, you don't have to apologize at all. You don't have to apologize at all. You was there, you was present, we were hanging out. It's all good. I know it was a little bit late yesterday on your side, so it's absolutely all right. Uh, that would have been cool if he was holding his cape, wouldn't it? Maybe I can add that. You know what? I like it. Gives him a heroic stance instead of just standing there. And it gives me an opportunity to draw cape wrinkles. Scarlet, I peeked into your channel for a little bit before I jumped on my stream. You're a gamer? You stream gamage? What's up, Saboteur? It's 6 p.m. right now in lovely Germany. That's awesome. And some movies, awesome. You do games, TV shows, and movies. So you stream or you stream the movies like watch parties? Because I think I saw some. I couldn't recognize the show. I know it wasn't. I recognized the actor, but I couldn't recognize the show. Again, I kind of like crept in there before before jumping onto mine. So I thought that sounded like it. Playing Arc Raiders and Fallout New Vegas as we wrap up this season of Fallout. Yeah, I I need to get in there and watch that second season. What made me laugh about Fallout because I played the games. I played Vegas. Did I? I don't think I played Vegas. Maybe it was three. The one that was set in DC. This was the Xbox version, I believe. Anyway, I played the older version. Um, and loved it. but it's good. It's one of those games that's kind of hard to describe to non-gamers. But what was great is when the show came out, those same non-gamers that would I would have a difficult time trying to explain it, would telling me, "Oh, you got to watch this show," and then it would literally explain to me the same way I would have explained to them. Mara, I probably be here for maybe an hour and a half. I I drive my oldest son to work, so that's probably what I'll be doing. Maybe about 90 minutes or so, as the crow flies. But either way, I really appreciate you come by. Thank you, and absolutely, just look out for. I think I'll be on Monday. I'll be on Monday early. Uh, I do a series called Coffee and Lead, and I'll be out here on my table, drinking some Joe, hanging out, and drawing on the next project. So I look forward to that. But yeah, I really do appreciate you coming through yesterday and today. So I'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day. You liked it three better than New Vegas? I think so too. It's three. It's been forever since I played that Scarlet. So, uh, is three the one where Liam Neeson is your dad? I was gonna say we start in the vault, but you always start in the vault. If that's the case, then yes, that's the one that I played on the Xbox that I just went nuts with it. Then no, then it wasn't. I didn't play the DOS one. I didn't play the dedicated top-down version. I've seen it, and even then, I didn't appreciate it. I remember having a friend of mine in school play it, and I'm like, what is that? Why would you play that? I didn't get the allure of it until after the fact. Is that right? My boys are playing and reading Metro, so we've been talking about some of the not that there's a lot of similarities, but that type of dystopian era. Doo -doo -doo -doo. Well, Mara, it was a pleasure to meet you. I will catch you when we can. And thank you again. 1, 2, 3. I added these lines in here, and now it. I thought I doubled up the fingers. Till the next time, thank you again. Sorry, I didn't mean to whistle on the mic. Um, I've been having issues with my mic, my audio. Do I sound okay to you guys? I have had to use two mics. I got one. Look at the level of technology we're working with. I got one mic on my glasses, and I have one connected, just clipped on the power cable of my phone here that I'm not using to record. And I'm a low talker. So let me see. If I put one and I move. So I'm trying to find, maybe if I put them both here. Some days it sounds good. And no matter how high I put the levels on my mic, they still seem to be too low. Give me 1 second. And I don't want to blow you guys' ear out as I'm trying to figure this out. Is that a little better? All right, I'll put it there. You guys let me know. But thanks for letting me know. I've been messing with I think my Mac had recently updated and a bunch of things have went back to default. And I didn't notice until it was too late, obviously, as it goes. I just recently had to fix my camera from autofocusing. It's still the same. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. All right, I'm going to just put all my levels up. It could just be that I have way too many things up. So, plus my it's OBS. I'm using OBS, but it just could be because I have so many things, and I'm also trying to be mindful. My wife works from home, and she's in the room next to me, and I don't want to be. I want to be considerate to for her, obviously. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to go through a bunch of my settings and just keep messing around. But thank you guys for troubleshooting with me. Tighten these lines. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to. I might have to just go through OBS and just or go through all my settings. I don't need that. I think that when I go into the inking part, I may just have to tighten up, sharpen the lines, add some glare. Yesterday I was listening to yeah, sound and camera issues on the fly. I used to work in IT, and meeting preps were always fun because all the issues always happened seconds before the beginning of the meeting, and it's always IT's fault. It could be in the middle of a blackout, and it'll be IT's fault, no matter what. It's always something IT did to break it, never to fix it. It was harder for the people that I supported to say thank you than it was for them. It was easier for them to throw us under the bus. I'm not going back there so I could trash them. Even though I could use that job now.
Every sip of an ice cold Coke Zero Sugar is filled with real Coca-Cola taste and zero sugar. Now just imagine.
Just like talking about them just gave me an instant headache. All right, tighten up that hand. But Scarlett, back to the Fallout. I was pleasantly surprised from after not playing the game for so long and watching the show that it retains so much. And there's a ton of fan service in there. But not so much fan service that it was difficult to enjoy. It is IT's fault all the time. It is. How dare you? Dude, they would trash us to our face. They would talk down about us while we were in the room. That's how invisible we were at times. So let's just say that not everybody's issue was taken care of as quickly as they wanted to after that. You best believe that we had a list. I'm sorry. I know it's petty to do it like that, but no, man, we're humans too. The death claws are dope. They read your chats. That's not cool. Wait, IT reads your chat? Reads your chat? Yeah, we do. No, we don't. We could though. Oh, that's cool. So a lot of it is practical, and you can tell on the show. But we haven't seen a lick of season 2. Been kind of bouncing around other shows to watch, but we haven't seen season 2 yet. You like what they're doing. Plus, the Goggin is great. Everything that guy's been in has been awesome. Hands. Where's my hand? I'm trying to reverse engineer. I'm trying to reverse engineer this guy's hands for house tour. So you think we'll like it? Awesome. Yeah, we liked the first one. So now that all the episodes are on, we could probably just go ahead and just start. binging the show. Or binging that this season. Boop, 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 boop. What is Green Lantern's his gauntlet? Okay, so that'll be green, and we can do black here. Black. Give me something to render on this side just so that we won't lose. My son actually asked me if I should draw the armor, the Brotherhood of Steel armor. I don't normally draw machines, so it'll be a pretty good challenge. Maybe that's what I should do. Let me see. Stars. So a lot of ink, some white splatter, pure black. I think this guy's ready to get scanned in and to get ready for inking. Yeah, so maybe that's what I'll do. It wouldn't be that much different from steel, right? Just get the shape, and that helmet is what's really going to sell it. The armor is in the game. I remember. So it must be 4. It must be Fallout 4. Getting in that armor. I think it was in the DLC. You get to fight in that war in the suit. It's been so long since I've played it. I can use some of it in New Vegas. You know, I think the last one I played was the one set in Pittsburgh. Does that sound right? I'm trying to recall. This music makes me laugh because it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, and it just sounds like get tanked lounge music. All right, let's see. His ring here. That makes sense. The soundtrack says sushi music. All right. This is great. Give me a second. I'm going to change this. Oh, brother. How about this instead? Whatevs. Oh. Yeah. Hey Seb, if you're still there, what was that you was drawing yesterday? Was that a skateboarder? You're doing a lot of form studies. I like it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I started talking about my old job, and I really did get it. Shame on them. Giggles. She's like a clown character. Ah, I didn't get a chance to see the whole piece, but I did see there was a lot of movement in that pose. I liked it. All right, I think that's enough. I think it reads pretty good. I'm gonna have to work on this when I ink it though. Figure out how to do metals, but that's cool. No, there she is. It never fails. So it's a lot sooner than expected. Wow. So 90s wave of bad girls. That's where I did. Oh, the 90s. Oh, who's you talking about Saved by the Bell? Those bad girls. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to give the requisite PSA about my cat. She is not in danger. That is my cat. She is just old. She is deaf. So she meows really loud. She is not in danger. She is loved and being taken care of. She's about uh 16 years old right now. So she's comfortable, but she's deaf, so she has no volume control. And we have a kitten. We used to have two cats, and the other one passed away. They were both pretty old. So we got another kitten. So this one wouldn't be alone. But the kitten has no boundaries, and because she can't hear him, he's always pouncing on her because he wants to play. So she's constantly getting jump scared all day. And then she'll be hissing. But she is fun. She is fine. Cape. I need to add something here to separate his arm. Black. 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 Yeah, she walks around like that. Yeah. Yeah, the oldest one, the one that's meowing out, her name is Broadway. She's constantly singing. The young one, Luca, he's constantly bringing his toys to us. Just cute. And we have a dog as well named Quill. And he's about 5 years old. And they all get along pretty well. I did a bunch of this yesterday. Thank you. I did a bunch of it yesterday. I try to keep a lot of this stuff simple. And that's not kind of like to shorten the stuff that we do as creators. Hey Caleb, how you doing? They call him Mellow Yellow. Uh, but I did a lot of thinking of the concept first before I sketched it, so I kind of had the idea. But thank you. Like I said, I've been trying to do a lot more comic book cover style pieces. Oh, it's going to turn into show and tell again. So I'll show you some of the stuff that I've done in the past. When I started this channel, was basically to learn how to how to paint in gouache, because I didn't see a lot of channels out there showing what you can do with gouache in the comic book form, which is kind of ironic considering that a lot of animation is done, especially for Japanese animation. They use poster color, and some of them you do use a lot of gouache. But I fell into the trap of gouache. Everybody was using gouache, and it was easy, and it was hard, and all this, and it's great. And I said, I'll knock it out. I'll see what I can do. But I couldn't find anything that really sold it for the stuff that I grew up loving, like comic books and cartoons and stuff like that, wrestling. So that's what my channel was for, to learn and go along the way. No gatekeeping, and just get it done. But my pencils here. Inking, but this inking is not necessarily precise inking. It's very painterly inking. Very. So that's one thing that I'm going to start doing again this year. with all this comic stuff. Jay Southside, what's happening, man? What do that? There goes Saboteur. If any, apparently, the creep, yes, rises to the top. Uh, Jay Southside, do I do commissions? Yes. If you want to, if you're interested, just send me a DM on my Instagram or at Design Mad Good. You're wait, let me you should be able to see my contacts there on screen, and they'll be in my the descriptions. Yeah. Oh, thank you. This one I kept a lot of the pencil ins underneath. What was I going to show you? Oh, the gouache stuff. Hey, do. Super. I wish I could redo this one. So yeah, so my videos, my painting videos are basically they're not necessarily tutorials, because I figure that if you are an artist or someone that's interested in art, you'll probably land on my page. And I would rather speak more about the why, the feelings behind it, the vibe that you're trying to carry and portray, especially like stuff on with monochromatic and blues, and how different you can get emotions you can get just from color, and how monochromatic is one of my favorite ways to paint. I used to do charcoal portraits and paint and drawings. Uh, and then how bright, and just, even though gouache dries matte, is a matte medium or matte, depending on how you say it, how bright and just very graphic you can get the images. 2 years ago. But yeah, these are, I'm trying to transition. Oh, Batman. I have a Batman that you might like here. I'll show you in a second. So one of the things through the transition of drawing and painting is that I did not want to lower the. I'll rewind a bit. What I started to do when I started painting was not draw as detailed, kind of lower the detail, just because I wasn't confident in painting. As I started to get a little bit more confident, I just started to say, I don't want to keep neutering my artwork or making it less than because I'm not confident in painting. Drawing a really good drawing and trying to paint over it makes you concentrate a little bit harder, makes you slow down a little bit harder, more, especially when it comes to gouache. You really do kind of like slow down a bit because of the way it dries and the way it picks up the pigments underneath. Like gouache is I like to think of it as that is always alive. This painting, I did it last year, and although it's dry, if I spill a little bit of water or any bit of moisture, that color is going to come right back up. It'll be like that today, tomorrow, or 5 years from now, depending on how much water you use or you put on it. You will mess it up. It will come back. I hear you, Jay Sarson. I love to draw. That's why I I've done more drawing in the last couple of weeks that I feel like I'm stepping away from painting. But I need to get back. So those sketches that I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, the January and February, I'm going to ink those, and ultimately I'm going to paint those, like the Black Panther piece that I'm currently working on. I don't want this to turn again. Did I lose him? Doo-doo. There you go. And if you guys are inkers, let me know if there's something here that you see that you want to try to ink over. Hit me up in the DMs. It's all in my in the description and stuff like that. So I'm gonna redo her arm. Some Savage. Beta. Oh, I must have put it away with the rest of them. I love Storm Scarlet. She's one of my favorite characters, and any chance I could get to draw and paint her, I will. I can't find my Black Panther. Ah, Absolute Batman. I'm like, what Batman she talking about? Yeah, this version of Batman is so crazy. So you can kind of go nuts. Where are you? I'm gonna take him out of this thing so you can check it out. This is a series I'm working on to sell as prints. Prints. That's just black, white, gouache with red accent on black canvas. Black mixed media. Where in the love? If I look confused, it's because I am looking for a drawing I did recently. But I've been shuffling papers so much so, and I lost it. Lost my marbles. Anyway, I'll find it. I will find it. So yeah, this was going to be part of a series for Batman and Superman. So it's going to be Batman symbol. It was going to be Superman resolve. And I can't remember now what I had for Wonder Woman. I should have wrote it down. So this was usually what I was doing, a lot of these type of portraits or splash page or that type of stuff. And lately I've been trying to work more on, there he is. That Batman and Superman have a little Alex Ross look to them. I'll take that as a ginormous compliment. He to me, like many other artists like me, is amazing and an inspiration. So thank you. I take that fully. So yeah, this paper is a Bristol board. So I'm going to ink these, ink all the ones that I've been doing. I'm going to ink them, and then I'm going to paint them. Yeah. There it is. This just came in the mail. Doc Blaylock's A Damn Dirty Thing, a noir novella I gotta let them know. I let them know yesterday they came in. I love noir. I might have to do a different cover for them. Not that this isn't bad. I think that looks great. But just to let you know how much I love noir. Ah. My noir. Yeah, you know what? Well, if he ever does another book, I'm gonna show him this first and tell him to commission me to do his cover. And it's just black and white gouache on. This is gray tanned and this is toned tanned. What is it? Toned tanned and gray tone. Yeah, I fell in love with You know what's funny, Jay Salsa? I have not drawn Spider-Man Noir. I do have some ideas to do Spider-Man Noir. I'm curious how the show's gonna be. I forget who's developing it. I think it's Amazon. Is it Amazon developing the Spider-Man Noir? Oh, this is gonna be cool. Let me put these back. This one kind of started it all here in the sense of my covers. This was trying to recreate a cover to the first appearance of Wolverine in gouache. I think it's Incredible Hulk or the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. I'm 74. I should have wrote it down. I wish, in hindsight, that I didn't go so green with this Hulk. I wish I would have subdued the color a little bit more, kind of like the way I did the last one. I think it would have worked better toning it down. That's one thing that I'm teaching myself to work with colors. I'll tell you what I am proud of. Boom, that thing looks dope. Just gonna say, you gotta be happy about certain things, right? I cooked this thing. I overworked it. This one took about almost a couple weeks to do. I was doing it on live stream, and I started it on the live, and I wanted to finish it on the live so that if people were watching, they can see the progression, and I won't cheat them out of, oh, he finished it without it on screen. So you can see the different parts of this. And this thing was beating me up, and I was near the end of quitting. And I'm like, you can't do that. You start getting artist blindness, where it just doesn't look good. It doesn't feel right. Nothing looks good. You just want to change everything. Like, that's one thing about it. You guys just have to be patient. Yeah, the in the end it worked to make them pop out in the sense of very comic book esque, which was the original idea. It's just really harsh. But this one was fun to do. All right, let me finish up this thing so I can And thank you, Scarlett. I appreciate that. What now we're in? I think this one's almost. I think this is ready to scan. I'm gonna give myself some line weight so I can see it better. So let me just sharpen this up and then I'm gonna scan it in.
The way you describe it to your friends. This is how website creation should be.
But J Salsa, when I was using those dark papers, those the black media paper, one of the first things I wanted to do was Ghost Rider. I did Ghost Rider, Sagat, those two, a side poster, and Spider-Man Noir was one of the ones I wanted to do. All right. This is just, I don't know why I keep doing this. These are my pencil shavings. And I'm I think I'm being clever because on my desk there's a hole, that hole right there. So I'm like, oh, I'm clever. I'll just put it there. This has been threatening to fall, and I've been hitting it so often. Philip Michael, welcome. Happy Friday. You see that? You get the remix sound. Philip, beep beep beep. With the face cam. Luckily for me, uh, I have a face that matches my voice. So you go, yeah, yeah, that's what he look like. That's what I thought he would look like. Jay Salsa, you just watched my short of Sagat. He's your favorite. He is one of the cooler characters in there. I always felt he had more authority than, in terms of presence, than Bison. Bison, they kind of force, because he was the main villain of part two, kind of force him that you're supposed to be afraid of him. But there's something about Sagat that I always liked to as well. Cape, cape. I'm gonna have to find a way to differentiate the lines to the cape. Did I move the camera too much? No, that's weird. Sagat go hard. Tiger. Before I before I drew that Sagat, painted that Sagat, I watched the movie, the animated movie. It's just so boring. And there's black. I'll figure out what to do with the cape. That's black. Tiger. I'll figure out what to do there. I think. How do you guys decide to where put the your signature so it won't get lost? In the cape, outside. You like Akuma? Yeah, I can dig it. But he's another one that felt forced on you afterwards, like cool design. Ah, thank you about the composition. Sign the shoulder. I guess it would be here in the Cape, wouldn't it? I was still would have been better character if he wasn't so tied into Superman so much. Masked Ramen. You think so? Yeah, but then you wouldn't have the character because he's. I just think that is kind of they did force a lot of these characters onto us when during the death of Superman. Um, he does need. I mean, yeah, the whole S on the front, becoming the Man of Steel. I can understand it because they were trying to emphasize the symbol of Superman and that anyone could be Superman, but you really can't. But a lot of it was so forced. Eradicator was cool with the blue blocker shades. I'm trying to see if I can remember. So the Eradicator was that his name? The Eradicator uh, with the blue blockers. He was the last son of Krypton. Then it had the Man of Steel, which was it turned out to be Corbin. I was gonna say Corbin Dallas. Corbin, I forget his first name. Who was Metallo? Spoiler alert! If you guys haven't, if you guys haven't heard or read any of the Death of Superman and the Return of Superman, I'm sorry. Uh, I see what you mean. Like Melo said, it was just done organically. I see what you're saying. John Henry Irons as Steel saved. He needed to be a symbol. I get it. Okay, so who's the? And then it was Superboy, which was a mix of that was Connor, right? Which was a mix of Lex Luthor and Clark. Am I missing anybody? There's four of them, right? Man, Steel, Steel, and then we got a black suit, sweet mullet, Superman when he came back from cryo or whatever it was that he was at. All right, I'm gonna scan this. Eradicator. Hank Henshaw. Who's Hank? Who's Eradicator? What was I calling him? Did I call him Eradicator? No, I can't remember. He said, "All right, the black suit." Beep, beep, eh? Where is my image? There you go. You like the Jerry curl? Not the Jerry curl. The mullet. Hey, did I get the name wrong of those characters? It was just so convoluted. It became so convoluted. So Cyborg Superman was Hank Henshaw, right? He was Metallo, who grafted some of Superman's face. But how can you do that considering the body's in a cryo somewhere, regenerate? Do you guys prefer those stories of the other Superman to the Spider-Man clone? No love for Ben Riley? This is Steel Lantern Blue. Oh yeah, the story arc was they kind of messed up. I think they killed him and didn't know what to do. And I can't remember who it was that said it jokingly. I know there's a documentary out there. They didn't know what to do, and some guy was like, "Why don't we just kill him?" And they did. And as cool as Doomsday was, he's ruined too. You can't get him right. So never. So did I get those wrong? So I know Metallo was a different character, but I thought that he had. All right, we're gonna deep dive, even though I don't want to. All right, so I scanned this bad boy in. That actually did not come out too shabby. I'm gonna see if I can find a DC Corner logo, and maybe I can find a way to fake a title and really go for, and maybe even put a barcode. We shall see. All right. Close that. Let's see here. Sorry, a lot of this stuff is going to be off screen. But we can continue the conversation. Maybe not the hair so much, but it worked at the time. Maybe not the hair so much. The suit looked cool. I'm not gonna lie. When it came out, at that time, everything was black. It's black with silver. It looked cool. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Uh, yeah, you gotta get them with the barcode, the CVS barcode. Tila Sell, hello from Iran. Oh, hello from Florida, from the U.S., from Iran. Huh? Praying for your safety. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. We all can be humane. All right. I'm just gonna try to tighten this up here. Seb, I might have to shadow you when you go to, if you Photoshop this stuff to tighten up your lines. What you say you don't do, I think, right? So I did a thing. Thank you to Tilacel. Tilacel, thank you very much. I'm going to auto tone. You're a clay artist. That's kind of cool. So you do sculptures. Do you have a place where we can check out your art? He said, damn, hit us with the barcode. Image adjust. So what I'm doing in Photo-P, you can do it in Photoshop as well. I am just upping, adjusting the contrast. The lines can be a little sharper. I'm gonna remove some of the blemishes, and then I'm gonna drop the opacity a bit so that when I print it, let me make sure. Sorry, excuse me. That I have the right paper, which I don't in my printer. Tila Sel, I was saying if you're a sculptor or your clay stuff, if there's a place for us to look at your art, then you can share the link if you like in the chat. Oh yeah, this isn't the right paper. Oh, this thing. Yes. Well, this is on paper. What I just did was I scanned it, and I'm adjusting it in Photo-P. Photo-P is very close, Philip, to Photoshop. Very close. And you can almost find everything that you would in Photoshop in the same type of folders and menus that you would in Photo-P. Black and white. So I've had to go through a bunch of different. They wouldn't be able to, but I would be able if I go ahead and copy and paste it and resend it. They'll be able to click on your link. So share it anyway. Or you could just tell us about it if you like. Auto contrast again. I may not even lower the resolution too much. Gotcha. I think I'm gonna lower it. Sorry if I'm looking away. Good luck to you too. Thank you. I'm only gonna drop it to 80. There isn't that much detail in here for me to be worried about. And I am going to print it. And again, 11 by 17. I'm not going to scale it to fit. Thank you for the love. It's greatly appreciated. Print. See how it comes out. But yeah, Photo-P has a ton, and it's not just that. There's a bunch of other software when you go into that site that allows you to mess around with it. It took me a bit to get into it, just because I'm such an Adobe dude, and it was Adobe forever. And I used to have the Creative Cloud account, but alas, no longer. It's too expensive. Yeah, do that. I appreciate that. If you're watching and you have not hit the like button, please do so now. I don't even have to ask you to subscribe. You watching and hanging out with me is awesome. If you feel that you would want to subscribe and see more of the stuff that I do and hang out with me, go ahead and do that also. I am but a humble artist. If you'd like to support me in any way, I have a Ko-fi account. You can buy me a cup of Joe for $2, $3, whatever you like. If you like my work, some of the stuff that I showed you, I have actual prints and posters available. You can check those out at my Etsy store. All of those links are on the description of this video, of this live, and on my bio. And that's it, really. I honestly, guys, I'm pushing this channel so that YouTube can pay me, and I get paid through monetization. So me hanging out with you guys is payment enough. But if there's a way that you want to or feel compelled to help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. Shoot, I go in there and like my own videos. But yeah, man, a project that I'm gonna start working on is with I was gonna call him a Danish artist, but he's an artist from Denmark by the name of Rick Bulow. If you get an opportunity, check out um, howtodrawcomics.net on YouTube, or you can even check out his work at Rick Bulow on Instagram and some of his stuff here on YouTube. He hosted a podcast for howtodrawcomics.net for years. And we met through one of my live streams. We've been hanging out and chatting with each other. And he wants to do a painting of one of my drawings. So we're going to try to collaborate somewhere there. I think we're going to do. He mentioned he wanted to do some for Masters of the Universe, some He-Man stuff. So I might do something like that. So I had something in mind from reading a Fantastic Four book. So I'll see how that goes, and maybe next week I'll start working on that project and paint that drawing. And I'll share with you guys. Is this thing done printing? Give me 1 second. We're almost done printing. We are now. Alrighty. Okay. And there it is. That's the printed version. Not too bad. Remove some of the blush, the smudging. Clear up. I didn't clear up the lines too much, which is okay. Saved my signature. Isn't that nice? Right at the edge of the page. So, yeah. So the next time you guys see this, I will be inking it live on stream. It goes to digital. I mean, the OG. Not too shabby. I do. I do owe you a spawn. Yeah. So I'm just stepping away for a hot second. See, I don't do capes. So, but I do have the art of Todd McFarlane. So I might have to go in here and mess around. And I got a ton of these books in digital form that I might knock out. He has such a, I mean, come on, man. 1992 makes you feel old a bit. Here, this is how much I don't do capes. So the last time I drew Spawn, some tight watercolor for you. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? is that using watercolor. And I used the wrong pen because as soon as I put water on it, the pen started to bleed. So I used it to my advantage. Anyway, so Philip, yeah, man, we'll figure something out. Uh, Look at that. That was one of his. How long ago? He didn't date it. Oh, 91. Yeah. So we'll figure something out, buddy. I got you. I got you. Because I love that suit. Greedy Spider Man? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I got some ideas, kiddo. I got you. I should go ahead and just do this. Hold on, let me see. I quickly flip through now. Now I won't find it. Where is it? Where is it? Bam, there you go. I'll do that one. Just do it all in black. It'll still look good. But yeah. And you know what, dude? I'll make it available in Kofi for you. So, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate you in every way. I'm gonna call it. We'll start getting ready for the rest of the day. I will not be on the weekend. I'm gonna either be celebrating or crying into my milk. Go Pats Sunday. Sorry, Seattle. But go Pats. Again, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Happy Friday. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm gonna go read my book. Put this aside. And I don't know if you guys may have noticed, I've been sneakily doing, paying respect to Black heroes. It is Black History Month. So I did Misty Stone, I did Black Panther, I did Green Lantern, I did Steel, and I'm going to continue to go down the line and pay my respect to these superheroes that I grew up appreciating and reading, and you know they are. So, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Love yous for real. God bless you. Stay creative. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna let the music play us out.